Okay, officially we are live. We'll wait a couple of minutes as the big alert goes out to the world and says, come watch. It's up on the YouTube channel. So Larry and Donnie, my mandrel, you know, the thing you make the pens on, wore out. And I saw you guys in there, so this is sort of for you. We'll say hi to everybody in just a few minutes once everybody rolls in. But I found this mandrel kit on Amazon. How much was this? You go look. It wasn't very expensive. And it looks to be pretty high quality, which is nice. Let's see, how much were these? These were, I ordered two just in case, $18.99. And I think you can save 10% by clicking some coupon thing. But it's a mandrel, got a couple of spacers, Allen wrench kind of thing. It came, I opened one up. I bought two of them, opened one of them up. And I put my old spacers on there, these guys here. But it's pretty nice looking, MT2 taper. Pretty beefy on this end. And you can Allen wrench this sucker and make this, you know, longer and shorter kind of thing in and out of there. And it comes with these 5 little spacers here, but I've got a whole bunch of my own. But I'll let you know how that works out. I did bend my other one. Over time, the more and more pens you turn, you eventually get an arc in this rod right here. And you can tell when that happens is when the middle of your pen sort of vibrates a little bit while you're turning it, which will make it off a little bit when you build your pen. The edges of it will be off. So sometimes you need a new one. I've had that one now for 2.5 years, so they last a while. But I'm hoping this is a little harder steel and will maintain itself pretty well. And again, this is BM Wood. And there's the PM003-MT2. MT2 stands for Morse taper. And for all others concerned, this is a Morse taper, M-O-R-S-E. This is Morse taper 2. And some guy, you know, 100 and something years ago, figured out he could grind these two angles, one internal, one external, male and female, and then you could push them together and they stay together. No gripping, no bolting, no clamping, nothing. They just clamp together and the drive thing drives this and away you go. So pretty cool. So I got 2 of them now. One is a main use and I'll save this one for a backup as I need it. But anyway, just, you know, just information. That's all, just information. Got a couple of premieres up today. Let's see, we got a bunch of people here now. Larry, hello, and Kev Dog. I'm not sure he's still here. Might be getting ready for the game. Cindy is in the house. Cindy will review the snake and the bowl and stuff sitting on the table. I learned a few things from doing it. Hello to you. And Donnie, hello, Donnie, asking Larry if they made a pen. Both of them weren't feeling too well, so they chilled today, which is good. And nothing like relaxing. Let's see. Christina C is in the house. Hopefully doing well, Christina. Glad you joined us. Sandy Black from across the pond is here. Hello, Sandy. Joe Atwood sneaking right in at the last bell. Way to go, Joe. Glad that you are here. Donnie has one just like it. Works well. Thanks, Donnie. This is the very first one I ever bought outside of the initial one that you get when you get your kit, you know. The mandrel is adjustable, Larry. Got an Allen wrench, so you could move it up and down, make it smaller, shorter. And you might ask Donnie more about that than me because it sounds like he's got some experience with it. Donnie, how long have you had yours, and is it still straight? That's always good to know. That's good, Larry. I try to do not much on Sunday, too. That's why I've only been in the shop since 6:30 this morning. But I got, how many pens done? I got 18 pens done so far today. And I prepared 8 e-painter pen blanks. These were blanks that something happened to one end or the other, so I cut it off, and we're doing some things like that. So we'll check that out and do some fun stuff there. So let's go over here to the little old table here as I stick my bald head in front of the mirror. So this is how this one came out. bowl. I really like this color. I'm not sure I would call it burnt copper, Cindy, if I had that one there. But this one is not see-through, so I used a transparent with a color, which meant the color makes it opaque. And I did drizzle a little bit of that stuff in the back, so now you can see through the middle of it. Here, let's see. We use this flashlight here. Let's see. Oh, it's on the end here. So you can see through the middle of this one here. Pretty cool. It's got a whole bunch of that Leporex in there. But it's a pretty nice color. I really like it. It's a cute little candy dish. This was the orange one here. And I'll bring these to the retreat with us. Maybe somebody will want one. Pretty fun to make. Looks good. Now, this is the snake. And what I learned, Cindy, was two things. One, and I sort of knew this, but it is definitely confirmed. You need to be able to see through completely in order to get the reflective quality of the Leporex. So although I can see it deep down in there, if you're looking at this textured side, you will not see it. So we learned that through this experiment here. So Kevin really likes the color of this one. It's a little bit lighter than this one. I mixed it with some clear just to lighten this one up. So it's got this really funky, it's not brown, it's not orange, it's not red. It's just this, it's a very, very light copper. So we invented some stuff last night. So that was fun. So I learned a lot. So we'll take this to the retreat. And with all this Leporex that didn't dissolve, it sort of looks like it gives that snake sort of a spotted look. But anyway, clear on the back, of course, but very textured on the front, which means we can't see the Leporex that's all inside there. Now, what we will do next is I think I need to take one color and make it whatever color you want it to be, and then take the other complementary color and another one here and add the Leporex to this one. When we made the blue ones, the sapphire blue ones, we made the sapphire blue, and then I poured the Leporex in that was clear. So that you could see a separation, and it had like a Milky Way trail through the blue. So that came out pretty cool. So we will try that when I get back on Thursday. Well, try it Friday. I get back Thursday late. But anyway, had fun experimenting. These bowls are available if anybody wants to buy them. I think they're $9,000 a piece. No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea. Let me see how much resin's in each one. So when I'm done doing this, I want to know how much the mold holds. So I'll put it on the scale. This is 110 grams, and that's about a pen. That's about how much is in one pen blank that's 1 by 1 by 6. So if it's a little shorter and a little fatter, it's still about 100 grams. In a round one that Bill Durr does, I think they're about 75 or 80 grams of resin. So that gives you an idea of the hard cost of that, if you could do all the math from the cost of the resin and the tax and the shipping and all that kind of stuff. That'll give you an idea what that costs. Mold's still here. Looks cool. Going to try some other things with that. I really like snakes. I think if I had another life, I'd probably be a herpetologist just to play with snakes, because I think snakes are cool, not evil. No Harry Potter junk going on. They're just cool. All right, let's go see. So Donnie says his is still straight. That's good. That's good. That's good. Let's see. Cindy says hi to Joe. And Donnie, let's see, love that color. Which color was it? The light one or the dark one? It really came out to be a cool color, Larry. I'm telling you. Cindy likes the darker color. Yeah, it's a beautiful color. I'm telling you. I'm looking at it, and my initial reaction is, oh, that's brown. But no, when you look at it a little bit longer, you can see that it's definitely some red in there. Maybe even a super dark copper kind of thing. Pretty cool. Hello, Raccoon Eyes. Anne. Anne has a name now. That's awesome. So yeah, we got a bunch of pens today, and one of the things we may do today, if I don't have a kidney stone at 7 o'clock when the Oklahoma City Thunder game starts, then we'll continue on. Just kidding. We're going to have some fun turning pens. But one of the ones I cut off was this one here. And it's sort of a Seahawks kind of color. Got the blue, the green, the silver, and then it's laced with all this Fordite. And I drilled it all the way through. So we are going to make this into an e-painter pen. We may do that this evening. I want to do 1 or 2 customers, get them out of the way and get them out the door so they can get their pens. But this should look pretty cool, and it'll be fun. It'll be neat. All right, there's that there. Let's see. Let me switch some cameras here. If anybody's got any questions, ask away. See what I wrote on top of my hood? So I slide this in place when I'm rounding things and I'm not recording because it helps grab most of this stuff into the chute. Let me get myself up on the screen here. There we go. Excellent. The bowl, yeah, Larry, that's cool, man. Darker color is very, very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, this is a pretty cool looking blank. Got some glittery in it. Got some foil. That foil may be gone as we make the finger grip. But we got some purple glitter, purple mica color, some ghost gold it looks like, with some black intertwined. This is a Diamond Pen Pal blank, DPP, blanks by DPP. Hey, I was sitting here this morning, and there was a fly in the shop, and I was sitting here turning, and I saw the fly coming in from the right, and he went, shoo, right in there. Couldn't even resist, man. He was gone. He was down through the thing. So this, if they fly close enough, this is a very good fly catcher. Will that be the first Fordite painter pen? Yes, it will be the very first that I've ever done Fordite e-painter pen. And I've not seen anybody else do one either. So, you know, pretty cool. Yeah, this is a pretty blank. I like it a lot. But, yeah, been fun. Got a couple of premieres up. You can watch those at your leisure. There's no sound, so I always recommend throwing that up on the screen, putting your favorite book up to listen to, and then, you know, glance up and down while I'm making pens and stuff. A lot of fun. Let me turn the blower on here. And what am I doing here? What am I doing? I am doing rounded ends, 0.66. And then we'll do some artist stuff in the middle. All right. We're going to round it first. I think we just lost all that silver foil right there. I felt it turning and going away. Oh, let me just pause for a second. The other thing I got today, and you guys are probably going to go, Tim, we've been using those for years. What are you talking about? But hopefully you can see it. I'll wait till it comes on screen here. Oh, that's pretty good right there. I'll bring it down a little bit. So this is a applicator for, you could use resin, you know, like super thin UV resin, You could use it for super glue like I did today. What's nice is it gives you a super flexible kind of tip on there. They're only a one-use thing, so once you use them, you got to throw them away. But you get a couple of hundred for $5 or $6. But the cool thing is it fits right on the top of my super glue thing. See this? That fits right on top of there. So now when I'm squeezing the super glue out, I don't get a big glob. I get a tiny little drop right at the end, and I can put it exactly where I need it to go and not put too much. So I feel like a kid in a candy store now with this new little thing here. And I'm thinking that is too cool. So yeah, you guys are probably like, Tim, we've been using them for years, man. We put our eyeshadow on with it, our fingernail polish, all that kind of stuff. But I'm new to the game here, so. I remember Tim mentioned, wasn't sure how it would go. Hopefully, what was the go? What was that one we're referring to? I'm going to California tomorrow with a banjo on my knee. No, I don't even own a banjo. Just kidding. Still too fat. Now, as I'm doing these rounded ones here, I never really know where it's going to end up. But the cool thing is that I'm turning, I can always move it this way towards the end if I'm back too far. Yes, absolutely, Christina. Absolutely. And I'm going to start doing rings here pretty soon. And I need that to apply that resin right in the ring. Yeah, I think we tried one, or I think I tried something else. I converted from an e-painter pen, hold the vacuum just well. So no worries there. I guess it all depends upon the Fordite as well. But, should be all right. We will see how it goes. We will do it and test it. We're down to 0.68. We're going to 0.66, so we're almost there. And now I can bring this ball down because it's huge on the end of there. And if you notice, I can nibble away this and move that ball in that direction. Because rounded is nice, but you don't want a giant basketball on the end of your diamond painting pen, right? I'm going to go down to Laguna Beach and picture the sunset. I think from Laguna Beach you can see, there you go, perfect. You can see Catalina Island. It's pretty cool. Pretty, but whatever. Catalina's little, not much out there really, just gorgeousness and the gazebo where everybody used to dance 100 years ago. All right, here we go. Other side here. How long be in your neighborhood? Yeah, Christina, I will be in, I'm flying into San Jose, and I'm going to go drive over to Dublin. I got a meeting with Save Mart. You may have heard of them if you're in California. So I'll be in Dublin. I'm flying to San Jose, drive over to Pleasanton, really. Stay in Pleasanton for the night at some hotel there. I forget which one. I think it was a Marriott something or other. Have the meeting, and then I'm driving back over to SFO at San Francisco Airport. flying out of there down to John Wayne, and I'll be there for a couple of days, and I'm coming home. And I still don't have a banjo on my knee. Yes, absolutely. Carrie and I were on a Disney cruise, a couple of years ago, right as COVID was ending. And we stopped out at Catalina Island and went to Ensenada. And I'm thinking, that is cool. I've always heard about Catalina Island. Not a lot out there. Super expensive. Got a gorgeous gazebo that all the movie stars and rich people used to dance out back in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s kind of thing. Heck, you say 20s now, that's like now, 100 years ago. But it was a gorgeous gazebo. It had a dance floor on the top floor of this gazebo where 250 couples could comfortably dance. And it was all wooden, and I mean, they're trying to preserve it, but it takes so much money. John Wayne's about an hour. Yeah, I'll be in Aliso Viejo mostly. That's where our HQ is. Doing a little IT work. Me and the boys are, well, I'm supervising. The boys are setting up a lab because they're the real smart ones. I'm just the guy that buys lunch and dinner and all that fun stuff. I love the John Wayne Airport, Christina, I'll tell you. Talk about in and out, man. Car rental's only 200 feet from the jet gate. And there's a really good Vietnamese fusion place at the Irvine Center. I think I want to go back there. Pretty good. Really tasty stuff. Let's see, 0.7 there, almost down there. These rounded ones are the hardest ones for me to do because you don't really know what it's going to look like till you're all done. I love California. Just wish their government would leave. That way I can move in and have some fun and afford it. What a great state, though. Got a buddy who lives in Eureka, way up north. Oh my goodness, is it breathtakingly gorgeous up there. You know, Larry, they actually call it the Santa Ana Airport. I love Ontario, Christina. If I can't get a John Wayne timed out, man, I'm up to Ontario in a heartbeat. Take a nice little road through the mountains there, and bam, you're right there. I love Ontario. I hate LAX with a passion. There's just nothing good about that airport. Not one thing. First time Carrie and I were in California together, we were out there, I think it was about 2009, going to meet my parents for their 50th wedding anniversary at Disney World, Disneyland. And flew into Ontario, and we drove 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 from Ontario to Beverly Hills. Carrie's like, I thought we were going to Los Angeles. I said, well, we came into Ontario, which is near Los Angeles, but it's a long way away. I think she made the comment, we passed 7 Home Depots. I'm like, yeah, it's a lot of people here. Let's make this a little bit smaller here. Yeah, I don't like politics anywhere. They're all a bunch of scoundrels. They all lie to you. They all cheat from you. They just want them to be in your pocket and give you some breadcrumbs in return, and you're very grateful, right? Yeah. Cindy lived at the end of the runway Ontario before it became international. Cool. Yeah, me too. LAX is horrible. Just horrible. My favorite California town, and it's only because of how it sounds when it rolls off your tongue, and that is Rancho Santa Cucamonga. Or no, Rancho Santa Margarita. That's what it was. Rancho Santa Margarita. I love saying that. I should have been Mexican, literally. Rancho Santa Margarita. I love the name of that town. My buddy actually lives there, so that's pretty cool. Okay, what are we going to do here? This, I think there's a big donut just waiting to be exposed right here. Yeah, Kevin's all excited about those Lion King deals there. Okay, let's go. Let's find the middle of this puppy. Five inches, 2.5. 2.5 is there. I think we're going to make a flying tire out of this puppy because it looks cool. A lot of good figure in this one. And by the way, this is for KJ, Carrie J, Kerry. Why? Because we like you. Yeah, Christina, you're on the money with Ontario. Once I discovered that, somebody says, you ought to fly out of Ontario. I said, I'm going to California, not Canada. I didn't know much about the area then. Now I do. That was probably 30 years ago. I saw my very first Lamborghini Urus, however you say that, at Laguna Beach down there. Man, there's some cars down that place. Woo! Of course, Laguna Niguel, Mission Viejo, Dana Point. They just line the streets with gold there, I'll tell you. Those are some manicured areas. All right, that side looks nice and pretty. Yeah, who built it? Was that Tesla? Was he building that electric car back then? They just needed better battery technology. They had motors and stuff. They had batteries, just not great technology. All right, and we're going to make this a cleft in honor of Joe. A cleft tire. All right. There it is. Whoop, there it is. All right, blow her off. Let's get the diaper over here. Let's see what we got going on. Ontario, a little over an hour from the beach, mountains, deserts, Disneyland, and LA. Absolutely, Christina. Absolutely. I'm watching Chasing Classic Cars. That's a good one. I like that one. Yep, I think so. Rear seat was removable to make it a truck. Yeah, that's cool. So anyway, the first Transformer. Yeah, you got it, Larry. They were Transformers before Transformers became Transformers. Say that 5 times fast. But anyway, I'm always excited to get to California. Problem is I got a United flight into San Jose, an American flight into John Wayne, and then a Delta flight on back out of John Wayne to home. I love how they take off out of John Wayne. They have to do a full thrust, get it straight up, point this sucker. You feel like a rocket ship. Then they got to back the engines off as they get up over the houses for the noise abatement. Very cool. I feel like a roller coaster ride in that sucker. Hey, Kevin, if you're listening, did you refill my bottle? I can't find it. Fired up the grill today, made a couple of hamburgers out back. That was very nice. I like the way your mind thinks, Larry. Transformers. Feeling good. We're pretty excited for the Thunder game tonight. See if the Thunder can win one. They lost the first one. That was a big disappointment. Lost it by a point. They literally led the whole game and then lost it by a point. Thinking, boys, let's get busy here. Got to win one for the hometown crowd. And they were at home. It's a Baker Electric. Nice. Nothing to do with Tesla. I know he was back here talking about that stuff. I just don't know what he did. Old Nikola. Not the Elon Tesla, but the Nikolai Tesla. Or Nikola. I can't remember how it was. Yeah, Christina, the strongest thing I do in politics is vote. And I try to study enough to vote for the least scoundrel. Because they're all scoundrels. They all got some agenda. I learned that a long time ago. They got an agenda. I'd like to ask you for your vote. Well, you can't have it because it's mine. And I'm going to use it how I see fit. All I want them to do is get out of our pocket, stay out of our pocket, balance the budget. That's all I care. All I care about. I'm sort of with Elon on this big, beautiful bill thing. I'm like, in no politics aside, but boys, girls, somebody have the guts to balance the budget and quit printing money we don't have. That way, diamond painting pens get cheaper, not more expensive. That's feeling good right there. Hope everybody had a good day today. I know I did. I had probably 14 pens or 15 pens done before Carrie even got up. I was rocking and rolling. Of course, I prepped them all yesterday, so I didn't have to do all that turning and rounding and stuff. So I just mount them up, turn the camera on, and go. And you know, Elon paid a big price for helping the presidency. His aspirational brand ranking went from number 3 in the world to number 95. Woo! That's a heavy price to pay. I'm sure his heart's in the right place, but man, as a business guy, that's not a smart move. And that's got nothing to do with politics. That's just everybody around the world doing the brand perception. Here's what I think of that brand. And I like Elon, and I like, many people up there, and I appreciate their heart is in the right direction, but get out of my pocket, please. But anyway, there's enough political shows. I don't think anybody even has enough information to even make good political statements. Can you imagine there's so much going on you don't know about? I got to get a little piece of this material right in that groove there. Right in that crack. There we go. Clean that crack out. The cleft. Beautiful. All right, let's check this out in slow motion now. Oh, heck yeah, that's beautiful. It almost looks like it has words in it. Look at that. Those almost look like letters. Yeah, it's spinning around. Look at that. Looks like letters or something. That is a gorgeous blank. Man, that's pretty. Got that glitter in there, man. That's making it happen. Beautiful. All right, here comes a similar blank, different color scheme. And Cindy, I'm going to be stewing on your snake cat stuff while I'm gone. I'm percolating a good idea. Should be pretty cool when we're all done. Okay, blower on. Let me aim this fan at me because it's getting warm in here a little bit. There we go. Not much of a blow, just gentle fan. Okay, same thing. We're going to do the old rounded 0.66 with different turnings. Carrie says, hey, you going to get Cindy's thing done before you go? I said, no, I'm not there yet. Still thinking. Got to be just right for Cindy. So when she looks at it on her table, she goes, man, that was awesome. You know. Thank you, Larry. Thank you. The blank was just incredible. Let's see, what are we down to? We're down to 0.76. Got a ways to go. Thank you, thank you. That's probably right, Cindy. That's probably right. Must be that thick skull I got. Takes a while to bubble up. When I feel the pressure in my ears, I know it's close. There she blows. But it's good that you like that burnt copper. Now I've got to make that burnt copper transparent and then swizzle in some of that Leporex. That will be cool. 0.68, almost there. All right, let's see if we're down where we need to be. We are at 0.68. I am such a chicken. Come on, Timmy, take some off there. Nice curve. Oh, I like that curve. That felt good. 0.66 and a half. Perfect. Sanding will take that down right where we need to be. I asked my buddy Raymond, who's the sculptor, years ago. I said, "Hey, what's it feel like to be an artist?" Because this guy is like incredibly talented and very good at getting the things out of his head down to his fingertips and manipulating clay to make animals and portraits and wildlife and all that kind of stuff. And he said, "I don't know. It's all I've ever known." To him, it's probably the same thing. It's probably very mechanical. How do I do this? What medium do I use, etc. I tell you what, I would like to get though here in the next year or two is another 72 Chevy pickup truck. Nice little C10 long bed. I'll be happy as a pig in mud. Get that all resto modded out. I don't want it to run like an old truck. I want it to run like a new truck. Just look really old. All right, that might be down in the neighborhood where we need to be. Let's see, 0.71. Nope, we're not even close to that cul-de-sac yet. All right, we're very close. That might be it. 0.69. Not even close. Come on, Tim, get it together here. Be brave. I said that one time when I was trying to get one thing and I went too far, took too much off. I'm like, uh-oh, how do I add it back? Oh, I can't. So I got to make sure I just take the right amount off and just keep checking once in a while. 0.67, very close. I'm going to take 3 more molecules off of this one. And then we'll get to the middle and see what we can do here. All right. Let's thin this bad boy down a little bit. I've described this once in a while. What this looks like to me is a jack. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, every time I do one of these rounded things here, let me, where did my browser go? Here it is. Let me share my screen. This is what this looks like to me. See this right here, this jack across here? That's what that looks like to me. And of course, there's one there too. And then you got these pointy things up, but they don't match. So this thing sitting on the lathe right now looks like one of these cross pieces in a ball and jacks game. That's what it looks like to me every time I do this one. Okay, let's keep taking a little more off here. All right, now we got some playing room here. What are we going to do? Let's see. Different turnings. I see Kevin delivered my bottle of water for squirting. You know, we got a bit of a galaxy in here, Larry. We may have to expose that galaxy there. I think that is the winner and winner chicken dinner on this one. Okay, 5 inches long, 2.5 to our center. Let's expose the galaxy. We'll go from 5/8. 5/8. There we go. Yeah, put the sharp one on the outside. Larry, you're a funny man. Truly, truly funny. And I'm glad. (1972) Chevy C10. Best designed car ever, or truck. I don't know why they haven't brought that one back. They brought back so many old cars. It's the second most popular truck, old truck model. The number one is that late 50s Chevy truck. All right. All right, little trim, little curve. And this one is just about in the books. Blower off, diaper up. Thank you, Joe. Now we won't stop. I gotta get more water. We won't stop yet. I want to see how well we captured the universe there, or the galaxy. Wouldn't be the universe, it'd just be a little old galaxy in the universe. Yes, sir, Larry. The C10. Oh, I love that truck. I've had about 4 of them in my life. Get them, fix them up, sell them. Get another one, fix it up, sell it. Really don't make any money because you're not paid for your labor. I'm not a what do you call it? A purist when it comes to keeping it like the day it rolled off the line. I'm more of the I want it to run, work well, windows roll up, not leak water, not big sound, no big muffler junk, nothing like that going on. Just a super nice riding truck. I'd love to be able to figure out how to take a 72 and stick it on a 92 chassis or something like that. That'd be cool. That way you get all the modern conveniences of whatever it was, maybe even a 2010. Get beyond that, it's gonna be too expensive, but get all the modern day technology in the ride and good looking truck. I was down visiting Chip Foose one time at his place in Huntington Beach, California, and I was nobody special. He just meets people at lunchtime at his shop. I don't know if he does anymore, but he did back then. And we stopped by, saw him, and some guy says, "Hey, how much for a truck, blah, blah, blah." And he had all these specs, and Chip just says, "Hey, happy to do it for you. It's just time and materials, and time in my shop today is $85 an hour." No real cost. The real deal is how much do you want to spend? That will be the determining factor. How much budget can you withstand? And then add 20%. Yeah, old Ford trucks are good too. They just don't look as good as that Chevy 72 Chevy C10. And it could be a 71 as well. The only thing that changed from 71 to 72 is how they mounted the mirror. I think 72, it was mounted to the glass. 71, it was mounted to the metal above the window, front windshield. That's the only change 1 year to the next. But so 72 is what I want. But anyway, one day I'll have another one. And I'm not a Chevy guy, like I hate Fords, Dodges, or anything like that. I just like that particular truck. Hello, Rebecca. How'd Crashly's crash go? Pretty good? The Crashly Dash. All righty then. Woo! Oh, that's a good one. We got to go to the scope for that one. Oh, Larry, you got to see that. Joe, you are going to love this. Oh, my goodness. I just love that clear in there. Man, that's just awesome. Okay, let's check it out. I'm going over to the Leopard scope right now. It's like the Bat scope, but I don't have a Bat cave. I have a Leopard garage. Okay, let's go. Settings. Let's go up here to the Leopard scope. Here we go. Let me get it dialed in here. Whoo, baby, look at that. I feel like I'm looking into a galaxy right here. Too nice. Good job, DPP. That is sparkly and swishy and all that good stuff. Very cool. Very cool. Love it. Love it. The Love Boat. Do, 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 do. By the way, if anybody doesn't have it, Pluto TV. Pluto TV. It's free and it's old television. I don't think there's anything new in there. Stuff from the 50s, 60s, black and white, all this good kind of stuff. I love it. When I'm at work during the day, I'll put that on in the background if Rebecca doesn't have a crime update or court update. Okay, now let's break out this thing I wanted to do. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Did I put it over here? Ha 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 ha. Okay, let's go back to the main deal here. I am still watching Handmaid's Tale. Still watching it. Carrie's got me watching a little bit of Poker Face right now. And one of the things I realized last night is Poker Face is sort of a rehash of Columbo. Remember Columbo, the sort of absent-minded detective kind of thing, or at least you thought he was, but he was percolating some ideas while he was doing stuff, and all of a sudden he solved it all at the end. That's sort of what this Poker Face is like, although much more modern day and really pretty decently well done. I watched one last night. I think it was episode 1 of season 2, and it's got Cynthia Erivo in it, and she plays 4 parts, 4 sisters, no, 5 parts, 4 sisters and a distant sister out of it. It was just genius, just wonderful. All right, so I think, Joe, I think I want this to be the bee stinger on that end, so I'm going to flip it around. I'm just sort of looking at it to see how we're going to turn this. I may do a baseball bat because that's going to give a really cool effect right there. I'm going to take this to the retreat. I got 8 e-painter pens I'm bringing. I'm looking for a hot pink because I want to do 9. I need one more color scheme, and then hot pink is going to be it. Okay, here we go. All tightened up. Blower on. And let's see, we're going to come on this end here. Get a little finger hold going on. And this is Fordite, so we go a little slower on it, just to not chip out any big chunks. Not slower speed on the lathe, but slower as we're cutting. And I'm going to make this about a medium hole, probably a 0.55. I'm going to leave it a little fat, and we'll sand it down to where we want it to be to make the Fordite look fabulous.
Hey everyone, I have arrived.
Carrie has arrived. Everybody straighten up.
Yeah.
Behave yourself now.
I'm actually in leopard
You got
uniform.
a mic too? Oh,
yeah.
Look at you. You got a mic, got a leopard shirt on. Where's Sarah when you need her?
Yeah, I was on Crash with Crashly's live. She invited me on, and at the last minute, she sent me a link to go backstage and be on with her. So if you get a chance after you leave us, go check out Crash with Crashly. I think I'm like 10 minutes in or so. Then I'm on there talking about Kicking with Kettner and Leopard Leatherworks and all that good stuff. So it's pretty cool. So go check that out and do join Kicking with Kettner. The release paper, a cover minder, and a tumbler is now available in Crash with Crashly as well. So you can get that stuff if you're participating and listening to this. I think they're going to put it in the group, and so join the group and participate. It should be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, and you know, with Be a Little Artsy just ending, Crash with Crashly said Mrs. Butterdee's paper was selling like crazy, and accessories and cover minders and all that. So that was really a good success. And you know, it was just me and Tim. Tim was tech support, and I coordinated everything else. So
what's she volunteering me for?
What's that?
What are you volunteering me for?
Nothing. That's just that you were tech support for Be a Little Artsy.
Oh, tech support. Yeah, baby.
So next Tuesday, this Tuesday, there will be a blank drop from Diamond Pen Pal, blanks by DPP. Then next Tuesday, there will be a drop in the Kettner event only for Kicking with Kettner. And so she'll be making a couple of blanks exclusively to go with his artwork. And he is going to be in the group. So you do want to kind of participate with that and participate. If you have I found a kit. I was looking for another kit of his, and I found another one that I bought in February of 23. I remember because we were on vacation, and it was this girl with this like ball of yarn, and she's really cute. She's just all made of yarn. Her dress is yarn, her hair is yarn, and it's super cute. But I think I might do Midnight Manikato. That's on Diamond Art Club's Amazon site. A cute little kitty. He's there's Lucky Manikato and Midnight. Midnight's on Amazon, and it's very affordable. It's like $24 or something like that right now. Very affordable. If you can't, on a budget, you can get that kit. If you want to embellish, there is an embellishment kit for that, and a lot of other Jeremiah Kettner artwork is available in embellishment sets at DP with Sparklers with Timo. And the Midnight Manikato just came out. She announced that on her live, at the beginning of her live, what new ones were up there. And you can just search for any painting. And they have about 600 different.
Hello, Crafting with Mary. How you doing?
Hey, Crafting with Mary. How are you?
Good to see you. Hope you and Bud are doing well.
Looking forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks. And anybody going to the retreat and has an order, we can bring them with us when we come because we're driving, so it's easy to transport.
Gonna do the Midnight Owl. That sounds good.
Oh, I can't wait. I hope you bring it to the retreat.
Yeah, Bud's always traveling. Yep, can't wait to see you guys too. Should be fun. Yeah, Mary and Joe and Bud, they're pretty awesome.
Joe's going to the Lone Star retreat.
I'm gonna bring my drone with me, Mary.
We met Mary and Bud at the Mingle and the Mitten, and she lived in Ohio, and so we kind of said, hey, if there's any openings, these guys would be great. And now they get to go. We get to see them again. One of his big buffalo. Interesting.
All right, we're getting pretty nice and round here.
Midnight Owl. I think I have that one too. I think there is an embellishment set already made, but I know you like to do a little bit more. But I believe I have that one. So
okay, bee stinger, here we go.
Whose is that? Whose pen is that?
It's we're going to take it to the retreat. Just one of those e-painter pens.
Yeah, we were talking about e-painter pens on Crashly's live today, and her pens also work for that, so you can have multiple. And then we were talking about having different sizes and things, so it should be fun. So they were talking about the Pic Mondu, and it's Rebecca. I'll let you
let's
try
do a
mine.
status check here.
I started out doing it with. Well, actually, I saw it on Rachel Ray, and then Joe told me she saw it on Rachel Ray, and I said, "Yeah, I saw it, but I think it's a hoax." And Joe bought one and said, "It's not a hoax. It really works. AB, it's game changing." So I said, "Oh, okay, I'll buy one." So I bought a different one because it's sold out on the Amazon. The Pic Mondu is the one you want. That's the better one, and it's game changing. So
I think it's going to be a TIE fighter.
So if anybody has not had one and is going to the retreat and listening, you can try mine and see if you like it. And we have at least 2 that we are bringing, machines that we are bringing, so you wouldn't have to wait to get it from Amazon. You can start using it right away at the retreat. Buy an e-painter pen from us. Crashly even said a lot of people are very excited that we're bringing pens with us this time. So very exciting. So we will have some pens to buy. And we'll probably bring some blanks in case somebody wants to pick a different pen
Let's see.
and blank, and
Got to
they
get
can-
it together here, Timmy.
and we have our Shopify on my phone now, so I can do point of sale right there. So you can buy it right there. No problem. Oh gosh, they're coming in. Everybody joining.
I think this is going to be a breathtaking pen. Trying to catch a good wave through this paint layer. All right, should we cleft this tire? Oh, that would look cool. Look at that. That's going to look so neat. Got a little more work to do in here, but this is looking really good. And I don't think I'm going to cleft that. That might be too brittle for the paint right in there. Very cool. Got to make this stinger a little stingier. Well, Rebecca, you'll love them both, Mary and Joe. What's up, Kevin? You see that comment by Kevin? I got to save my money for buying baseball cards or football cards. Like you can't get a free pen here at Leopard Leather Works. All right, that's looking pretty good right there. Let me get this little trimmed in here. All right, I'm going to make a little more incline right through here, which is going to enhance that paint. All right. Oh, yeah, that's going to be shined up really nice. Okay, now I'm going to take this off of here and show everybody what Fordite looks like right after you get done turning. And then we'll look at it again after we get it all polished up. Yeah, we do have some trays. We're bringing some murder trays, Mary. I'll show you one of them here in a little bit.
Yeah, Crashly showed the picture that I sent her and showed it on the live.
Which one was that?
The knife, the little knife.
Oh, yeah, the knife one.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the Fordite right as we're turning. Let me get it focused in there. And you can see how jagged the edges are. They're not very smooth. Look in here. You can see how jagged they are. Totally going to change once we get that sanding going. And again, I always leave it a little fatter than I want to because we're going to take a little bit off as we're sanding this down. Okay, so you remember what that looks like. And then in about 5 minutes, it's going to be incredible. Fuzzy. Yes, says Cindy. Yeah, it's a little fuzzy. Got a bunch of jagged edges on it. All right, don't need that. Let me get the diaper over here. And here we go. Let me slow that down just a little bit. There we go. So yeah, it looks pretty rough starting off. And then it will be amazing. My thing is not updated. Let me kill that and start it over again. There we go. Let's see. Did not make GLE.
As Rebecca thought she was going to both.
Oh, one of his big
GLE.
ones. That'll be cool. I lost that back there.
She's going to
Yeah,
Rose
big
Star.
drone. I got my little tiny, my play drone like he has. And that's pretty fun to fly. So I'm going to bring that and play with that a little bit. And then watch him do the big one.
He is everything at the retreat.
Yeah, Larry, that's a pretty big show, man. Southwest area turners. Oh, my goodness. That'd be pretty cool, too. And we're just doing this gently. In no hurry to do this. You know, it's funny, Joe, is they brought that Pic Mondu out and they really hit it out of the park with that particular unit. You know they're going to bring out a better one. And the question is, how could it get better? But somebody's sitting around figuring out how it's going to get better because they want to sell all the people with a Pic Mondu, another Pic Mondu with bucket seats and roll-up windows or something. I don't know. Maybe it's got AM, FM radio in it. And what's funny is while I'm sanding this, it smells like I'm painting cars. Yeah, different suction levels. Maybe, yeah. Who knows? I can't even imagine, but they'll do it. All right, that is feeling absolutely fabulous. So smooth. All right, let's get to the real paper here. That's cool, Joe. Wow.
What?
She got a BFF from 9th grade at church summer camp. Whew, that's feeling good. They even end up in college together. Unplanned. That's crazy. You know, I think I'm going to try to make a Fordite ring. Imagine that, a Fordite ring. That might be pretty cool. All right, time for a polish and an inspection. Name your youngest. You're after her. Must have been a good buddy. Gotta love that. All right, here we go. Let's polish this baby up. I love Fordite. So fun. Okay. Beautiful. Oh no. It's a crisis. The whole world congratulates you on your purchase. Yes, a Fordite ring. Could you imagine that? That would be so cool. I got all the supplies to make rings, and I'm just having ideas percolate in my head, watching videos, all that good stuff. Okay. Oh, freaking yes. Oh, my goodness. Woo. Man alive, did that polish up nicely. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Leopard scope time again. Yeah, Fordite ring. Wouldn't that be cool? Look at this thing, babe.
Ooh.
No, you can't keep it.
Why?
I'm going to sell it.
Yeah.
You have too many. You have 3 pens, and that's 2 pens too many. Just kidding. She's got like 1,000 pens. Now, see how sharp those lines are? You can even see the metallic paint.
Not a cheap.
No, this is no. Fordite's pretty expensive.
It's an $80 pen.
$80. Woo!
We do have
And of course, you got. Look at that. You got. Oh man, we got to zoom in on that. See if I can hold that steady enough to see.
10% off if you're at the retreat.
Look at that. Look at all the metallics in there. Blue, silver, red, light silver, gray, I guess. Then more blue. Oh my, there's a beige car in there. I don't know who had that, but there's a beige car in there. Oh, it's so cool. All right, let's go check out other parts of the pen. There, see how gorgeous that looks flowing around that curve?
Everybody give a thumbs up.
Ooh, I hear thunder. Look at that, Joe. Oh, that's so breathtaking. That's so cool. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't cleft that. That looks fabulous. Look at that. Got a little booger on there. Got some polishing compound left on there. Wowsy, wowsy, woo woo. That is just beautiful. Oh, I love Fordite. I don't know where that blue thing was, but it's gone now. Imagine, Joe, that right there could be a Fordite ring if it were large enough. And we cut right through that resin. See the Fordite underneath. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. There's the bee stinger. I can't see any comments yet. I'll be up for air in a minute. Oh, man, this thing is gorgeous. I'm going to pull a more Fordite blanks out and do a couple of more. Oh, this is gorgeous. Whew. Man alive. Anyway, that is beautiful. Oh, that Fordite. Man alive. That is so nice. Yeah, starting to thunder right now. This pen is nobody's, Denise. Hey, Denise, how you doing? Let's see. We got leopard scope. Yep, we got the leopard scope. Wow. We were rebels. Church College and I played Blue Read Loud. Nice. Hello, Denise. Denise been here for a couple of minutes now. Snuck right in. Crafting with Mary says that's cool. Larry says beautiful. Christina says gorgeous. The Joker's smile, nice. That's the best BFFs. Met mine in 71. We were 4. Oh, how cool is that? Still best friends. So, Denise, this is nobody's pen right now. It's actually an e-painter pen. It's got a hole drilled all the way through it. I guess you don't have to use it like that if you don't. Her name was Lori. After she hung her jammies on the Raptor camp, I said, lower the bloom. And she has been bloom ever since. Yeah, that's funny. Anyway, we're going to take that to the retreat. How much does this pen carry, this Fordite stuff? Carrie says that's 80 all day long. I said, Carrie says that's 80 all day long. All right, let's, what's next here? Let me go see what the weather looks like, see if I have to duck and cover or anything like that. Let's see, weather. 79 degrees. And the storm is all around us, but not on us yet. I'll show you what's happening here. Yeah, you guys are lucky to have a childhood lifelong friend. That's pretty cool. So there's where we're at. We got the storms coming in. This produced a bunch of tornadoes way over here earlier today, and I guess there's more behind it. But anyway, yeah, right in there. So it's all around us right now, but let's see. By about 8 o'clock or so, it's going to be on us, but it doesn't look so brutal. Just some good rain, I guess. Man, we got a lot of rain lately. We are filling up the reservoirs, lakes, and all that kind of stuff. Oh, well, oh, Joe wants it. Joe, it's not your size, though.
It's not.
What size is this one?
The retreat.
Well, Joe, I take care of my customers before retreat. We can always make more for the retreat. But let me see, Joe. This one is... No, I need my thing. Here it is. I got my thing here. This is, Joe, it is a 0.58, 0.59. If you really want it, I'll stick it back on the lathe and we'll get it down to, oh, we only got to take about 1/10 of an inch off. Let me know. We're not going anywhere yet. I'm looking for the next thing on the hit parade here.
She lets us know soon. We can mail it for other stuff.
Yep. Okay, we'll get at least one of these done here. That's a pretty blank. Oh my goodness, that's pretty. Is that duck feet or tulips or what is that? I don't know. Whatever this green, yellow, looks like fall leaves, but looks like duck feet. Olive green gold on bottom.
Tulips.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Something.
Got a little thing out of
Okay, is that one the olive green gold no bottom on bottom?
No,
Oh, what's that one?
that's in there.
Oh, green leaves. Oh, you put leaves. Okay.
There are leaves.
4 3/4.
The
So
green.
let me do this. Let's watch the chat for Joe there.
That is the olive green, but you're not going to get
Oh,
it.
gotcha. Watch the chat for Joe. This is 4 3/4.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
The olive green one is smaller. I don't know if you want to switch the sizes, but she probably wants it for a flipper. But can't fat bat and 0.62.
So fat bat's easy. That's length, not diameter. This one comes out at a 0.8, and she wants what, a 0.62? You'll get a nice elephant foot on there. Yeah, it'd be all right. What's that? Well, yeah, I mean, we'll wait for her to respond. There's probably a delay in the deal here. Okay, so no tornado.
We have a person who's second in line, so if she doesn't want it,
Who else wants it?
Denise.
Oh, so Denise. So do we have another Fordite blank? Well, I know not that, but another Fordite blank. Because that's actually too small for Denise. She wants a 0.64, and that's a 0.59.
Transparent. I mean, I've got lots in here. So I don't know.
Yeah, not one exactly like that, Denise. That's pretty cool. Look at that.
It's one piece.
I know.
Right.
That's terrible. That's terrible. Anything in our supply?
No, I don't keep for it.
Oh.
I might. I don't know.
Carrie will have to look around.
I don't have anything that's
I can't make this one bigger. Yeah, Joe, you're first because I can make this one smaller, but I can't make it bigger. And I'll figure out another one for Denise that looks very similar. Let's put it that way. Because the really good thing about this particular pen is it has lots of small chunks of Fordite in it rather than those giant long pieces. The giant long pieces present a big problem, but the smaller chunks floating in there, then it's easier to turn and polish and it looks more dynamic too. Okay, Joe, do you want me to thin this one down for you? Denise is the best. We know that. Carrie's juggling over there. You don't have to find it right now, babe. We got time. Denise, do you want an e-painter pen? Okay, let's thin this one down for Joe. I haven't even taken the bushings out yet.
More of that one. But most of the ones that I have and that are in this other stash are all transparent, so you can see it.
Oh, okay. We may have to mix up some more. I love this blue, green, silver with the Fordite. It is just gorgeous. I mean, it's really nice. And then we'll take a picture of this so Denise, if you want an e-painter, yes, this is an e-painter. Hole goes all the way through the middle. But you can use it regular. You can just put a regular tip in there. You don't have to use the suction. Okay, let's make this a little thinner for Joe. Get the speed up, blower on. All right, so we're starting at a 0.59. We got to take a little off here. Joe, you're funny. You got the very first e-painter pen we ever did. Now you're going to have the first Fordite e-painter pen we ever did. All right, let's see where we're doing measurement-wise. Where'd my caliper go? Here it is. 0.52, and it's actually exposing some underlying paint that we didn't see before. There's a really cool copper there. Wow. And Denise is always so gracious like that. We're going to hook her up. We always do. Gary, you need to pick out some blue and green colors. I got loose Fordite we can stick in there. All right, let's see how we're doing. I think we're getting pretty close where we need to be. 0.51, almost there. That is it right there, Joe. We will finish the rest down by sanding. Yep, on the money. All right, let's back this out. Yes, Denise has been busy. I did not make this particular blank, but we'd made similar blanks in the past. And I have literally 10 pounds of Fordite that we can put in there very nicely. I need to get making more blanks too because it's so much fun. And we don't have to redo the whole pen, just the part we scraped up. And Joe, this is a little bit longer than you like too. It's like 5.5 inches, maybe. Something like that. Oh, that feels so good. So smooth. But I'm going to have Carrie pick out these green, blue, and silver. Oh man, that's going to be gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Denise, I hope things are calming down a little bit down there at the shop. Hopefully things are getting a little bit back on track kind of thing. Whew, that feels so nice. Let's get a little preview on that. Oh, it's even better. Oh my goodness. Too cool. Almost done again. Joe, you might not get much diamond painting done with this, and you're just going to sit and look at it. You bet, Larry. All right, that feels good. Feel 3. I guess mine died. I wonder if it's. I may have to get new mics because these batteries are.
I hardly use it.
Oh, okay. Okay, we got sound now. Yeah, my mic did die. Everybody's like, anybody got any sound? Let's see. Sometimes it's worth a little longer pen
You
when
want
it's that
this?
beautiful. Oh, yes.
You want this?
No, I got it. Mine working. It's working. If it goes off again, then, you know, Joe's like, where did you go? Larry says, does is turning on the back porch, but the thing is, I have to move everything back. Well, yeah, I understand, Larry. Cover your lathe with a tarp along with a scroll saw. Absolutely. So Denise checking sound. Joe doesn't have sound. Larry, Christina, no, she thought it was her. Denise texted Carrie. Probably didn't get it yet. No sound, no sound. Well, I thought it was me. His mic must have died. My mic did die. Raccoon Eyes, 5x5. Whiskey 6 Mango Mike Charlie, 63s to you. Let's see.
Second time I've seen Raccoon Eyes. Hi, Raccoon Eyes.
Yeah, she was in earlier too.
Yes,
I think she's just lurking.
she was at Craft.
Oh, there you go. Hanging out with the crash. All right, baseball bat, 0.56. Let's see, 0.72. Oh, didn't hear a word about the Fordite. Dang it. Well, I have lots of Fordite, and I was just saying that I have to cut it all up and, you know, put it in the stuff. Carrie's looking for the green and blue right now because, man, I really love that. I might do a pen like that for me. It was gorgeous. But anyway, lots of Fordite. Some of that was very much Mopar, like that orange one. What's that? Who makes a tray for what? Okay, we could do that too. That's easy once we get the colors. 0.70, going down to 0.56. 0.56. Point 0.65. Here, let's try this. I'll use the other mic. No, it was not sound canceling. It just went off. Yeah, they get it from all over, Denise. I mean, it's just there are people who get their hands on a lot of it and they got a good connection. Used to be trash, now it's treasure. They used to just break it off and throw it away. And some are doing some marketing hype. Very rare, 1950s Chevy Fordite. I'm like, how could you verify that? Unless you knew all the paint codes or something. I think that's funny, unless somebody went through a dump somewhere. I mean, it would last forever. It's just paint. I'm bad. Yes, Larry, it was canceling the noise by not working at all. Let's see, it's going to be too fat. Yeah, we're at about 0.65 there. So yeah, I don't know all the sources. I've heard a lot of stuff, but I just buy mine where I can find it on the web. eBay is a good place for it. It's really, you know, before they used it in pens and stuff like that, they really used it in the jewelry industry, making cabochons and pendants and brooches and stuff like that. They'll sand it and it's just absolutely gorgeous, and put a pin on the back and you can wear it like a brooch. I got a couple of pieces that are flat and broad like that. Here, I'll show you a piece that I paid, I think it was $200 for. Let's see, where's that sucker at? Don't know where it's in my box here somewhere. But anyway, it's a really large flat piece that you could get a number, probably 10 or 12 brooches out of. And it's about a 1/4 inch thick. So you can get some really good contouring going there. And then I got some pieces I'm going to try to carve into a ring. Get a Fordite ring. I've seen them. Now I just got to figure it out. I'm sure there's not just one source except the factory floor, and I'm not sure who's got the hook in on that one. Denise has the most exquisite pen, Fordite pen, that I've ever made and I've ever seen. I mean, it was a piece I got from a guy named Cliff Lonsberry, I think his name is, or Cliff Lowndes, can't remember. But he's on Facebook in these little groups and stuff, and I got some sticks from him, and it is just, oh my goodness, there's so much action in this Fordite. It's nearly 100% dragon scale. And if I were her, that'd be the one I'd have in my hand. Yeah. Now this is a blank that you definitely want to see into. You can see all the reflective quality of all these leaves, I guess they are, tulips or something. But it's some pretty thick stuff. There's some some sticking out that just don't really want to break off. So we're going to make this a single pane window because we want to see into this beauty. Let's see, 4 3/4 would be 2 3/8 in the middle there. Oh yeah, is that something else, Denise? My goodness, I got 5 or 6 more sticks of that Fordite, and it is just, oh my goodness, breathtaking. I love that dragon scale. It's the most detailed Fordite there is to me. I'll have to show you some here in a minute. Let's see. Let's come out about, let's do 3/4. Let's see. All right, there we go. Okay, let's get back to here. Yeah, Denise, that thing is just gorgeous. Yeah, there was some nice pens in there, but that dragon scale Fordite, oh my goodness. I think I looked at that pen for 10 or 15 minutes, second guessing whether or not I was actually going to send it on. Man, I might take one of those blanks that Cliff made and make that into a diamond painting E-pen. That would be bonkers. I'm glad you had time to go through them. I know you've been mega busy. Like I told Denise, busier than a one-armed man, a one-armed wallpaper hanger in a windstorm. That's one busy person. And I'm thinking, Denise, you don't want to lay that one down, do you? Man alive. Get its own Apple ID tag or something. All right, there we go. Let's shine this puppy up and see what we get. I got a feeling we're going to be clipping 1 or 2 little leaves off with the X-Acto knife. 3 a.m. today. Oh my goodness. That's when you went to bed or that's when you got up? Just trying to catch up on the paperwork. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Do we still have sound? Let me turn around here. Yep, we're still making sound. Actually, it doesn't feel too bad. I thought there'd be a couple of sticking out there, but maybe not so. Oh, couldn't sleep. Yeah, thinking about all the paperwork, I imagine. Phew. Let me tell you, Pluto TV, Denise. Pluto TV. It's free and it's retro. Makes you feel like you're a kid again. From F Troop to Leave It to Beaver to Cheers to Adam's Family. I mean, there's just all kind of old shows on there. Classic shows. There's some less than classic shows on there too. I guess that would be the Cheers Frasier category. They do have commercials, and that's why it's free. So it's the internet broadcast television, just like the old days when it was free, but you had to watch the ads.
Dude, that's so awesome.
What's awesome?
I just saw lightning like half a mile away.
Kevin just saw lightning like a half a mile away. I saw it flash in the window here.
Yeah, it was like you went to the front door, you could see it like it was like a.
It was close, huh?
That's cool.
Well, based upon that thunder after the lightning, it was about a half a mile, so you're right.
I mean, further up, it's like 16.
Uh-oh.
Well, Shay's shooting a little better this time.
That's good.
5 for 9.
Stuck on Ginny and Georgia right now. Uh-oh, what is that? Is that a good series? Oh, Kevin says Netflix series. Not new? How old, Kev? Ginny and Georgia. I'm on Handmaid's Tale season 3, episode 3 or 4. And Carrie and I are doing Poker Face.
2021.
2021. That's pretty recent.
I'm watching Criminal Minds.
Kevin's watching Criminal Minds.
No violence.
I can only take so many of those true crime deals.
Pretty good show. Yeah.
I remember one time I was going to binge that Law and Order SVU. By the third episode, I was about so sick to my stomach. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm done with this. This is not one to binge. Too much trauma, too fast.
What show? Yeah.
SVU.
Oh, I'll take forever.
No, but I'm just saying that it's too much to handle emotionally.
That's why I like EAU. The Criminal Minds, it's a different case.
Ah. But I like me some Pluto TV. Yeah, she is funny, isn't she? And you know what, Denise, I was saying earlier? Yeah, Dexter's awesome. Poker Face reminds me of the old Columbo. Yeah, Carrie was watching that Sirens thing. She liked it. I didn't see it. I was busy turning pens. Yeah, that Poker Face. I was watching the one with Cynthia Erivo, which is the first episode of season 2. And as the what's her name? Whatever, Natasha Lyonne, as she was going through her character there, Charlie, as she was unwrapping the crime, I'm like, oh my goodness, I feel like I'm watching Columbo. This is awesome. Because I loved Columbo. Yeah, I can do, like Carrie watches those channel ID stuff all the time. I can watch about one and I'm done. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go play a game in my office, or I'm gonna do something else, but I'm done watching crime. I'd rather watch crazy car chases. And Carrie and I are going to listen to Testaments, which is supposed to be 15 years past The Handmaid's Tale. while we're in the car going to GLE. It's a 13-hour book, and we got about 13 or 14 hours to go. My video keeps pausing and restarting. I don't know why. Oh, it could be the lightning. It could be the lightning. Messing with the internet or transmission or I don't know what. We okay now? Yeah, I got bad weather here right now. Of course, it's not raining in the garage, thank goodness. Oh, it's good. Nice. Now, Denise has a dog named Dexter, and she likes Dexter, the show. Yeah, that show was wild. And who doesn't love that actor guy? What's his name? C. Thomas, something or other?
Michael C. Hall.
Michael C. Hall, yeah. He's pretty awesome.
That's funny. I know that, and I've never seen a single episode.
Yeah.
My raccoon eye says, my cat's name is Dexter.
There you go. A lot of Dexters around. Okay, here we are. We will call this leafy greens. Oh, my goodness. That is a lot of reflectivity, I'll tell you.
It's going to look better when I buff it.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. Pops. Those leaves like pops.
That's a very shiny one, I'll tell you. All right, let's put this together here. Let me take these bushings out.
Not very much. I was asking if I'm going to switch to.
Going to switch to what?
Switch to.
Oh, let's see. Where did I put those cliff blanks? Let's see. There's the pen stuff. Oh, here we go. See if I can find another one of those dragon scale things here. I'm going to move over to the leopard scope here. Michael C. Hall. Yeah, I like him. Good actor. Okay. So these are some, these got Fordite and what do you call it? This is almost all Fordite. Big, long sticks of it with a little bit of resin in the middle just to hold them all together. This one's not dragon scale. This one here is dragon scale. And this is what this Fordite looks like. Does that look like a baby and an egg right there? A baby in a sack? Oh, that's wild. That looks like a puppy, right? Let's see, there. That looks like a puppy right there, all curled up. See the eyeballs on that one there? That's crazy. But this is called Dragon Scale Fordite. And this is very similar to the pen that I just made for Denise. And let me tell you, this is a very rough format. You can see the saw marks on it and stuff. This stuff is gorgeous. Oh, I love this stuff. I'm going to make a pen for me out of this too. After I got done with Denise, I'm like, oh, I got to make one for me. Oh, look at the detail on that. Oh, my goodness. So beautiful. Oh, yes, that's good. And there's another one there. This will make a really good topographical one. Here's one here. That's got some cool look to it.
Oh, wavy.
I think what does that is this saw mark does that.
I think so too.
Yeah. And then another dragon scale with that orangey copper kind of deal. Man, I might make an e-painter out of one of these. But this dragon scale stuff is expensive.
How much?
I don't remember, but it's a little bit more than regular Fordite, and he put it into a blank, so there's labor there and stuff. But anyway, that stuff is so cool. So cool. All right, everybody. That's going to wrap it up for this evening. Yeah, Dexter. Columbo, McMillan, and remember that? Columbo, McMillan, and what was that McLeod one? The McLeod. What was the name of the McLeod one? Was it just, McMillan and wife. Oh, there you go. And McLeod.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a big crush on that girl that was the wife. What was her name? Susan or Suzanne or can't remember who that was. But when I was, 12 or 13, I thought, oh, that lady's cute. Yeah, those leaves would look good with a gold resin. No doubt about it. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful evening. Stay safe. Be wonderful. Be kind. Just do something great. Make the world a better place. See you around. Bye-bye.